Whatever is happening in right now in the country, and more specifically in Bengal, we know in the state of West Bengal what is going on. Probably you came up with so many social media posts. But one thing which is really intriguing my mind is why such kind of situation is happening again and again in India. Probably we as a society, as a nation as a whole, we are missing out. And then the answer lies within our question. Because as a society, as a civilization, the civilization values we had, the ethos we had, somewhere down the line we lost it. Probably many other reasons for this, probably colonization, Islamization, and then, getting away with it post independence, the impact of the communism, and still right now the state of West Bengal, it's somewhere primarily, predominantly, people are somewhere they are still kind of aware with this communism mindset. So the next generation will be coming is same thing. So here's the thing. So the quick fix will be for the next generations, if we want to avoid such things. First, the parents, we need to learn the parenting, how we should be as a parent. First, if I am being able to take the responsibility of being parents, then I should only have kids. It's not like you are not in the competition. We are already overpopulated, right? It's 1.44 billion right now. A number is continuously is increasing. So we do not need, we are so many of us, we do not need more people. We just need conscious human being. And so the question arises, how can we become a conscious being? And or how can we increase this consciousness? In order to enhance this, first it starts from home. Someone says charity begins at home. It is obviously true and applicable for this case, because if parents, because kids they always observe, like at the age of maybe up to 12, primarily they based on observation. They will be observing, you know you as a parents or other siblings or other family members. Maybe in school they will be observing teachers. So based on their observation, whatever we are saying to them as the parents doesn't have that much impact as compared to the observation, the visual observation they have, which is basically is called their perception. So we need to enhance their perception. How do we do that? First, we need to start implementing and practicing so-called our civilizational values, which we only talk about. We don't do it in our houses. We need to start doing it. And in some way, maybe you can start with basic rituals like doing pujas every single day. Maybe you can have a family satsang every night, or maybe once in a week at least, with your family. Everybody, we have our own Ishtadevatas, and about our Ishtadevatas, we can sit, we can have satsang about our Ishtadevatas, or once in a month at least, bare minimum we can sit together with our families, we can talk about and we can have satsang, or simply just starting with any of our scripture. Maybe, elderly person in the family, we can start with any scripture. We can start with the Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, right? Or simply Mahabharata or Ramayana or Gita. Best suggestion would be like if you can start with the original source, which is Sanskrit. If you can read Sanskrit and if you can start with that, this is the best. If you can, then go with the best translated version about the Mahabharata and Ramayana, which is available in English. Vivek Debroy, he has done a fabulous job in translating. It's like as it is. Anyways, other than this, you can simply start with some yoga sadhana, any specific basic kriya. App called Sadhguru is providing many like significant features and many basic meditation and yoga kriyas. So you and your family, along with your kids, you can start doing it. Something as powerful as called Isha Kriya. You can start it's 16 to 17 minutes kriya, and is so powerful. You can do it early in the morning before starting your day, and when you are going to the bed, you can simply by sitting you can do it. It doesn't uh, need any kind of physical movement. So it's just you are training your mind. So you are there are also some other physical aspect of other yoga programs, basic Rupa yoga programs. You can also do them, and they're basically free of cost. So in today's time, if we find excuses, no, I do not have the access. It's just we don't want to. We have to be honest with ourselves. We just don't want to come up with a solution, and we are so incongruent, and we are just trying to easy out. We can't do this because if we are really, really concerned about the next generation or the future generation of us, which are maybe they're already born or which are yet to be born, then we have to fix ourselves first, guys. Because problem it doesn't lies out there before the kid is being getting influenced by society or the school or the system. They should be influenced by us in a good way. Or the most political correct word would be they should get inspired by us as a parent. So we should be an exemplary parents for them so that they can get influenced by us, right? And in order to do that, these are the basic things I think we need to fix. Unless until we are doing this, it doesn't make any sense how much percentage grades your child is getting, whether you're putting it in extracurriculum activities like arts, dance, or so many other stuffs. It doesn't make any sense. Along with this, when if you start doing some kind of your spiritual activities in your home, along with this, start sending your kids to Sanatana Shastra Vidya or any kind of, most preferably Sanatana Shastra Vidya. If not available, then Kalaripaitu again. Isha Foundation is providing Kalaripaitu online programs from the School of Samskriti. They have already have an online platform, so you cannot find for excuses. You can do it if you're really committed and if you want to really bring this awareness and safety about your own loved one. You can do this. Other than Sanatana Shastra Vidya app is also available for Android and the iOS. You can download this Sanatana Shastra Vidya. So there are many other ways in today's time. If we are finding excuses, we do not have resources, we are some way we are discriminated. This is just simply a blatant excuse that we don't want that solution for the society. What government is doing, what society is doing, this is secondary. The primary thing is what we are doing as a parents, what we are doing as elders for our kids. So we need to take care of this step. If our child is getting less grades, that's okay. If we are making a good human being, if brain is not full with termites, then this is good. We need to take care of that eventually. This moral ethics values, these things doesn't need even the we are making enough conscious being in our society. If our child is being getting really, really sink into consciousness, then we don't even have to tell him what is right for him, what is wrong for him, and what is moral and ethics of the society, of the code of the conduct. We don't have to, because once the person become conscious, then the person eventually, every single individual have that intelligence, and they can figure out which is good for them, which is bad for them, and they're not going to do something, some kind of the such kind of like inhuman act. And it was so brutal. I mean, if you call such people human, then we are just a slap on humanity, and we should be so shameful, because as a generation, as a citizen of the country, as a citizen of this society, we should be taking this oath. We just had the Independence Day. Are we really independent by our thoughts, by our values, by our teachings? If not, then we need to figure this out. We have to come out of this communal mindset. We have to come out of this communism wokist mindset, and we have to be more life oriented. Okay, being a parent. If we can fix ourselves, then fixing a nation, fixing a society is just a matter of question. It's just a matter of time. We just need to fix ourselves. Once we fix ourselves, then everything is easy, because we just need to pay attention to one individual. If one individual is fine, that means then eventually the society, nation, everything will be aligned. But first, we need to take the step. We should start from our home. Find anything, maybe Hanuman Chalisa. Start with that. Start reading Hanuman Chalisa along with your child, along with your family. Make it a ritual in your daily life. If you can't do any other things, yoga, sadhana, their spiritual activities. If you can do it, this is really blessing. If you can, then at least start with something. Hanuman Chalisa. Children, they love Hanuman Chalisa. If you tell them what are the benefits, they need, they need intelligence, they need vidya, shakti, they need everything. So if you can influence them, the child, they will start doing this, and they will get the result in within a couple of weeks. And this is the way you try to tie them with our roots, with our civilizational values. And slowly, eventually, the child will grow up in that atmosphere, and then he will figure out, or she will figure out, what is good for them, and they will get into that route. They will not derail by this convent communist education system, which has been destroying the society for past 50 years. Ever since this, in 1978, the body has been made by the NCRT. The education system has been distorted ever since, and still we are just blaming, blaming, blaming. But we have to take the step. We have to take the step for ourselves. Candle march, protest, everything is fine, but this is not the solution. Solution is why we are even being doing this. Why our mental capability is not up to the mark. Why we are getting into that route. Somewhere we have missed it. Being a parents, being an elder, somewhere we have missed it, and we need to figure this out before getting into the government and everything. Authorities, they are the secondary guys. First is primary. We should, if we are bringing a conscious human being to the society, then most likely we'll not have such kind of inhuman act. All right, Bande Mataram.